This Indian is on you, my friend. And I'm not going to stop until I put you out of wrestling just like you did me. And I have all the slack that I need. I got the Tommy Riches. I got everybody that I need to get you, my friend. And like I said, I'm going to do it if it's the last thing that this Indian does. The 5th is the last time you'll ever show your face around Georgia or any other place. Snuka, you're not messing with Wahoo McDaniels. You're messing with a wounded Indian, a man that you disgraced, a man that you put out of wrestling, something that I put food in my mouth with. Snuka, you're going to pay the 5th, my friend.
Thank you very much, Jay Youngblood. It's nice to have you here. He's a very determined man. Tommy, we mentioned earlier at the beginning of this program that you were going to come out and help us by telling us something about your own feelings regarding the Patera-Tommy Rich match for the title where it changed hands controversially. Then we're going to show the fans. We're going to join it in progress in just a moment. What are your feelings about it?
Well, just like I come out here and said earlier, Freddie, the night, it was a big letdown, because I worked so hard. I beat Harley Race. I got that belt. Then I come back. I got the Georgia belt, and the people have been with me all the way. But then, I was riding high. That's exactly right. Tommy Rich was riding high, but I found out, losing the belt made me realize what it really meant to me, Freddie, because just like I said, when I walked out of that ring, I knew I'd win in there and give it 110%, and all the people at the Omni did too, and when I walked out of the ring, I could hold my head because just like I said, I had nothing to be ashamed of because every one of them people patted me on the back and said, just hang with it, Tommy. And all I got to say to you is, Ken Patera, somewhere down the road, brother, don't ever overlook Tommy Rich because I'm going to be a thorn in your side.
Tommy, right now, before we go any further, let's join Gordon Soley and let's see the match that we're all talking about, Patera versus Rich.
Eagerness to nail. Ken Patera breaks the count. The count is on once again. And as Patera comes partially through the rope, it's Tommy Rich right on top of him. Tommy Rich meeting out all of the punishment he can. And Patera in trouble as Tommy Rich now continues to pummel and beat away at Ken Patera. Tommy Rich totally in command of the situation at this point in the match. All right, the referee warning Rich to move away, move back, which is understandable. It's Rich now, meeting out all of the punishment that he possibly can on Ken Patera. Patera, the challenger in this Georgia heavyweight championship match. Rich comes off the second rope, gets him in the lower lumbar region. And it is Rich creating a lot of devastation now on Ken Patera. Once again comes back across the lower spine into a lateral press. Patera, a foot on the ropes, a foot on the ropes. Referee calls for the break. Patera is coming up very slowly. Those lower discs have to be malaligned at this point, but it is Patera catching him very nicely with a forearm. And Rich, coming off of that turnbuckle, drove a boot right over the heart of Ken Patera. Catches him with a stinging right hand. Patera hanging onto those ropes now. Rich catches him again and again. And once again, Ken leaves the ring. Tommy Rich outside the ring after him. Rich smashed to the table, and it is Ken Patera catching him with a chair. And so now, we've gotten completely outside the rules and regulations, but Patera's back in the ring. Patera's back in the ring. Tommy Rich taking his head. Being offered assistance outside the ring. The count is on. Looks like 4. No, sir, the count is broken. The count is broken by Ken Patera. And Patera misses with a wild right hand. Rich outside. Rich out, but he has a sleeper. And his forearm coming down across the carotid artery. And that's going to... And he broke it in time. At the time, Patera trying to get to his feet. Tommy Rich closing in on him once again. Tommy Rich Wrestler had his foot over the rope. And so Tommy Rich now has twice been denied a pinfall over the challenge in Patera. Patera rips across the eyes of Tommy Rich. Rich into the rope. Patera behind him. Patera caught him coming off the rope. Candace Patera. That's down at Rich. Rich rolls out of the way just in time. He's got him in the swinging full Nelson, but Tommy Rich is into the ring rope. The swinging full Nelson with Tommy Rich into the ring rope. Patera forced to break the hold. And that would not, by the way, qualify for the breaking of the swinging full Nelson. Off the ropes, Rich in trouble, ducks away. Rich catches him in the sleeper. Rich has him in the sleeper. He's riding him straddled right now. He's riding him straddled. He's got the sleeper hold and Ken Patera, the world's strongest professional wrestler, in a lot of trouble here. Off the ropes, and he gets it back in the sleeper once again. Patera in trouble here. No, sir, into the ropes again. Patera, the break forced by the referee, fires one to the midsection of Tommy Rich. Works him off the ropes. Both men collide. Both men collide. And it's a question now as a dual count is in progress. A dual count is in progress. And it's broken now as Tommy Rich and Ken Patera exchanging hard right hands. Belly to back suplex by Ken Patera into a lateral press. Hooks the near leg. He's got the count. He's got the count. And so it is Ken Patera, the man who is known as the world's strongest professional wrestler, has won the Georgia Heavyweight Championship. A stunning upset here. Tommy Wildfire Rich protesting the count, protesting his shoulder and his foot, but nonetheless the count was made. A count of 3. And so, Ken Patera emerges as the victor, as the new Georgia Heavyweight Wrestling Champion.
Well, Tommy, there you had it, and I know you feel real downhearted about it. The fans here irate when they watched it, but they're all with you.
Freddie, I feel downhearted about it, but I got a good feeling about it, too, because just like I said, I know that the people of Georgia are strictly behind me. I had a lot of people say, well why didn't you, get the referee? With Scrappy McGowan, I know Scrappy very well. He's a friend of mine. And a referee's job, it's got to be one. I've been a special referee before myself. And the referee, it's got to be one of the hardest jobs in the world because everybody see, the referee can't see everything. That's with football. I don't care what it is. And as fast a moving sport as wrestling is, you cannot see everything. So I have nothing against Scrappy McGowan, nothing against nobody. But Patera, just like I said, somewhere down the road, Huntington, West Virginia, Columbus, Ohio, right here in Atlanta, it don't matter, Freddie. Somewhere down the road, Patera, I'm going to run across you. And just like I said, Tommy Rich is going to be a thorn in your side.
Tommy Wildfire Rich. Well, there you saw it. Here's a new and Superfly Snooker here. Before we go, I know you must have some parting comments for the fans.
Freddie Miller, baby, just like I said before and just like I said again, baby, we're here to get down. Just like I said, it don't matter if we're in singles, if we're in tags, if we're in 6-man. It don't matter where we're at. Columbus, Ohio, Waycross, Georgia, Huntington, West Virginia, baby, we're going to be getting down. We're going to be getting down on the ground too, Freddie Miller. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Because me and my main man right here, Jimmy Superfly Snooker, is the man of the hour, the man with the power, baby, the man with the big splash off the top rope. And he really does it. Tell him about it, baby. Tell him.
That's right, my man, Terry. All I want to just tell the people out there that we don't need nobody. All we need is just ourselves. The Superfly and my main man, Terry. So I want you people just to remember one thing. What you see is what you're going to get. And what you haven't seen is you're going to see the best. Because this is where the best is at. And the best you're going to keep your eye on and make sure that you keep...
Thank you both. Our time's up. Till next time, for our director, Skip Ellison, this is Freddie Miller. So long, everybody.
DiBiase.